Hey, good day, everybody. Johnny here, the current president for AISP. And I think today where we are here today is really share more about the Cybersecurity Awards and really how it come about and how, what is the current state as well as moving to the future, how are we actually having that as a key part of the whole ecosystem. Of course, on my right, you see Stephen. Stephen is our immediate past president and probably one of the best persons to really share more about TCA because I think that's where it really started on in terms of AISP in this journey with the rest of the association. So over to you, Stephen.
Yeah, thanks, Johnny. So maybe I'll just give a bit of background for the TCA because the Cybersecurity Awards, because it's actually quite an interesting beginning that I think is uniquely Singapore. I mean, it's something that only in Singapore I think that can organically happen. It's not something that surprisingly, it was not something that we have actually planned per se to have an award as such. But what happened then was actually Singapore has quite a closely knitted community in terms of the cybersecurity activities done by the associations, by the various chapters. And actually everybody meets for drinks, for food, for makan, everything quite regularly. And actually everybody volunteers for one or more organizations in cybersecurity organizations in Singapore. So we meet pretty often. And it comes in a point of time, it's very interesting. Every time when you go to this type of makan session, it's all about complaints about today what bad news that was in, who got breached, lucky not me, somebody else got breached, not my company, and so on and so forth. And then when we started to discover over several conversations, over several drinks, there seems to be the media picks up negative news very quickly and things expand from there, which is not the best thing for cybersecurity because everybody only sees the bad news, the hacks, the breaches, so on and so forth. So I think among a few of us, actually over several drinking sessions, this whole idea about how do we create something to celebrate successes rather than being so focused on the negativity of cybersecurity, of people being breached. Can we celebrate something? And I think that's where the ideas was being mooted by several people during drinks. I'm pretty sure they know who they are. That maybe it's time to celebrate achievements, contributions to the cybersecurity ecosystem, and from there help motivate more people to join the cybersecurity profession, and also create a better image for cybersecurity. So yeah, because you want to celebrate the goalkeeper, and that's when actually the idea started to formate very informally, very organically, and that's why I say uniquely Singapore because we are so cooperative and open to each other as well. And that's when we also realized that actually most of us that was in the makan sessions and in drinking sessions, because this was pre-COVID, where a lot of us can meet together, realized that actually among all of us, we actually represent quite a lot of the cybersecurity associations in Singapore. So what happened was then we decided to formally put in an effort to create the Cybersecurity Awards. So that was also the start of the Singapore Cybersecurity Inter-Association Forum, where several associations come together. And I must say, this is something that was really great. Within 6-7 months, we met nearly every week to try to formally what the Cybersecurity Awards is, get the support from the Cybersecurity Agency of Singapore, and actually move forwards to calling nominations. So I think this is something, as I mentioned, uniquely Singapore. Only we have this type of cohesion. And it's a very nice thing to see from the cybersecurity ecosystem. And of course, with that, then came the Cybersecurity Awards. And then I think the highlight of the Cybersecurity Awards pre-COVID was, of course, everybody going for the dinner, meeting up is like a Chinese New Year. So that was fantastic. And I think we have continued that on, until COVID hit, which was quite unfortunate. So I think COVID also bring a different side to the Cybersecurity Awards. So now that I have passed the baton over to Johnny, the current COVID situation and post-COVID situation, I think it would be in his court to decide how to move forward. So maybe, Johnny, you can share with us more what is now and what will be moving forward.
Yeah, so I think the key part, I think when COVID came about, I think as we know, I think the key part that Stephen mentioned, it was all about getting together, connecting, and that really put a major obstacle to it. But we do recognize, I think one of the key essence of it is still the need for recognition and the need to actually really bring forward, I think, what are the achievements as well. And that's actually even more important because I think with COVID, we see that, cybersecurity, with the working from home situation, with the increased digitalization, actually becomes an even more focused area, and that becomes a need, I think, in terms of people coming out forth to share what they do and really connect as well. So with that, I think we recognize that and really making sure that, ultimately, conforming to restrictions as well as align, we want to make sure that, the right participation is still there, getting, the recognition from the agencies, the deserving companies as well as the individuals, and then making sure this is actually outreach further. I think not only locally, but I think as we share, we bring it out beyond the shores to the regional perspective. I think, in fact, if you talk about COVID, one of the key things that through what we learn is it now actually expands our ability in terms of be it speakers as well as participants going beyond the shore, having not only pure virtual events but hybrid ones as well. So the Cybersecurity Awards still remains that key part. Of course, moving forward, I think where we see is as what we mentioned, I think this initial intent of this platform as a celebration of achievements is very key, and that is something we really want to bring across even beyond the shores. And one of the key, I think, region that we are really looking at and where close collaboration is definitely needed is the Southeast Asia region. And this is really where we are always embarking, I think, through our partner networks, partnerships with the regional associations, forming a forum, and this will be one of the key things to actually recognize each other's achievement, either within the countries as well as a region as well. And this will actually, I think, with the opening up, we will definitely see the Cybersecurity Awards going back to a bigger event than it was before as well. I mean, Stephen, anything to add on as well?
No, I think I'm looking forward to it. Lucky thing I'm retired, so it's all up to yourself and the one after. I think to make this bigger and really get the cohesion in the region as well. I think it's a great opportunity. Yeah.
And of course, I think at this point, I think the most key people, which I think with every one of us, the volunteers, the EXCO, is really the secretariat. I think it's really having the secretariat that actually help us to hold up all these key initiatives, especially this Cybersecurity Awards. So with that, I think this is probably where we want to share, and I think we do look forward to more people, as well as organizations really coming forward to participate, or even to really support this in any ways or manners as well. I think really a lot of it also boils down to knowledge sharing as well. Okay, thanks.